Hello. Today is the 20th of October. It's just after 6 in the evening. A very, very wet day today. The ground is like walking on a sponge here. I'm just bringing Tuco for a walk. Midday today I had my eye injection. And I have to say it went really smoothly. I arrived and I didn't feel too anxious or anything. And I wasn't waiting ages. It was at midday and I got called in at midday and there was only one person in front of me. And then I got in and Merity was explaining something to I think a new doctor or something. And he did all the stuff. And this time, really, the injection was... It was over before I knew anything had happened almost. I really didn't feel... I just felt that little sensation of the kind of black liquid filling your eye. But I actually didn't feel anything else. It was relatively painless. It was only after on the way home you have that awful kind of irritation in the eye, which I still have. But it's not as bad. But the whole process was... it wasn't bad at all. My eye is a bit sore now, but that's nothing. I mean, that goes away. And I did see kind of a black dot, but that seems to be fading off as well. Anyway, that's that out of the way for another month. I think now I'm really kind of more nervous about the tooth business. But I know it has to be done because every now and again I can feel a certain pressure and heat behind the tooth. And I know it can't be just left like that. It's going to cause problems. And I was saying to myself last night, having a tooth problem, these things to me, they're kind of external. And if you think of somebody that has a problem with their lungs, or if you think you got a problem with kidneys or something internal, that's a hell of a lot worse. The tooth thing as kind of, even if it seems a bit awkward, what will have to be done here, but it's just a case of taking the cap off, cleaning up inside and sorting it out. It's not anywhere near the complications of the internal stuff, so that made me feel a little better about it all. I also don't think I've said this yet, I've got an interview with the Michelin chef, how bizarre is that, in a 5-star hotel in Man, to work in the kitchen cleaning stuff. And I've got that Thursday, 10:30. I have to, at some point in the next few days, today's Monday, so either tomorrow or the next day, I've got to take a trip just to kind of see where I'm going so that I don't turn up an hour late or anything. Flo's gone to yoga. It's kind of a cold, like I said, very wet evening, and I'm struggling to find things to keep me occupied tonight. I was in a very nice Anno place, but I've kind of got to the end of the line on my last campaign, and I was just saying to myself, the problem with Anno is you always kind of end up the same, you end up with various levels of buildings on a whole multitude of islands. They all end up looking the same. And you have 1,000 ships going around from place to place, most of them filled with cargo because the place they're going to is either full or they're empty because the place they're coming from has got no stock, and I just don't manage them as the game goes on. And it just gets repetitive. You know, you think, oh, I've got an island here. I could, like, I've got warehouses with 200 tons of everything, just warehouses overflowing with stuff now. And you think, oh, I could ship them all to the, and again, it's more shipping. So let's make more boats, and let's have more boats going around the map, and then let's have more farmers and more things. And it's like I can't be bothered. And then you think, this is the problem where it's not like SimCity, because you think, I'm going to start another game. It's a great game but it doesn't have the same replayability, because you kind of know, I'm going to start again, maybe tweak the settings a bit, but it's going to end up the same way. It always ends up the same, unless you have just some brilliant idea of doing something different, like, I don't know, having an island designated as your industrial island, and trying to get in such a way where you have nothing on your main island except the very basics. I don't know. At least with SimCity, everything is, there seems to be more things you can do, and even in the late game, even you can kind of do different things there to completely change the look of things. And in SimCity, of course, you can always Tuco. We're getting to the road. Tuco, wait. Pay attention. Wait. It just, I guess as well, SimCity is just one square if you look at it like that. So then you move on, and the second square can be completely different. In Anno, every island ends up being the same. Basically, every island will have the same looking buildings in the same format, and so I'm a bit depressed, because I'd really like to get into something, but I don't know what to start doing. I'm putting you in my pocket for a minute. Hang on a second. Let's put this. Let's clip you on. There you go. But at least I got my eye out of the way for another month. Ironically, I was looking in the Telegraph when I got home, and there's a story. This is kind of coincidental. A story about a new breakthrough in technology to help people that are losing their vision because of some breakdown. And the only way to keep the vision is by having the injections I've had. It's basically all those people that I saw with me having the injection today. And it's a new thing where you're mixing AI and a tiny camera to help people use their eye again. They can kind of transmit things to the retina, and they teach people to see again using this kind of artificial intelligence. That's incredible. That's one way where AI is useful. Let's go this way too. I want to check the mail. Got my keys. Hello. Anyway, that's about it for now. I'm going to sign off because I need to use my two hands here to open the mailbox. Adios.